Bridge, time to take a look at the lineup. Some key information you need to know. And first of all, for Claudio Ranieri and his Chelsea side, serious problems, injury and illness.
Yeah, well, first of all, goalkeeper Neil Sullivan stays in goal. Remember we talked about Clichy and his groin injury 6 days ago in the FA Cup. John Terry had some doubts of his recovery on his shin injury, but he's okay to play. And up front, you got Mutu and Guðjohnsen, the two guys, your major players you're talking about. Crespo's ill, and Duff has lost his race to be fit with an Achilles tendon injury.
And when you look at Arsenal, the news gets worse for Chelsea because some guy who scored 19 goals this year is back in the lineup.
Yeah, he missed a game last week from a foot injury. He's recovered. He'll be up front with Bergkamp. In defense, you have Clichy and Campbell. He's recovered from a groin injury. Interesting to see Reyes on the bench, the hero last weekend with 2 goals, is sitting there ready to go if needed.
All right, so enough talk about the lineups, enough talk about the preamble. Let's send you to Stamford Bridge for this match. Mike Riley, the official. It's Chelsea-Arsenal. Enjoy the game, everybody. We'll see you at halftime.
Chelsea's recent win at Charlton by 1-0 was their 7th victory of the season by that scoreline, the most of any team in the Premier League. And I'm sure their fans, players and management would be celebrating if they get a similarly close result here today. It's not about the scoreline, it's not about the performance this. As far as Chelsea in particular concerned, it is all about winning. And it's Arsenal in red and white against Chelsea in blue who get the match underway. Pires with an early touch. Clichy, the young Frenchman playing in place of the injured Ashley Cole, will fit in very easily at left back. Already played something like a dozen games there this season. Vieira lets the ball run and loses control immediately, most unlike him. Gemeri making ground down the left, and a good early ball in towards Mutu. Guðjohnsen! Oh, what a start for Chelsea! 27 seconds gone on my watch, and Chelsea go in front. They could not have scripted a better opening. Unbelievable! And it was Patrick Vieira of all people who caused the problem there for Arsenal, losing the ball in midfield. Gemeri took it on with a great positive run. The flick on from Mutu was perfect, and so was the finish from the Icelandic international, his 10th goal of the season, and by far the most important, arguably, of his Chelsea career. Well, that is just what the doctor ordered as far as Chelsea are concerned. Sensational start, and off they go again with Guðjohnsen looking for Mutu, and support arriving in the middle from Gemeri amongst others, and he wins the corner. What a nervous opening by the Gunners. A word of caution though, Chelsea had taken the lead in this fixture several times, including only last Sunday in the FA Cup match, and still gone on to lose. Mutu, well, once again it was Gallas who got clear this time. Arsenal marking all over the place early on here. Difficult angle for the defender, admittedly, but Lehmann will be concerned about the spaces that his players have been giving up in the opening minutes here. Well, Ranieri has said in his programme notes today, let's hear you to the Chelsea fans, and we can certainly hear them at the moment. Some of them hadn't even reached their seats when Guðjohnsen fired Chelsea in front. Here's Vieira trying to make up for his error that led to that goal. The most untypical mistake by him. Here's Clichy. Pires, Melchiot, very tight. Edu. Hit the referee. Here's the Brazilian again. To his fellow Brazilian, Gilberto. Bergkamp's layoff. This is better from Arsenal, finding their man now with accuracy and precision passing. Henry fails to keep it on the field, but he does, however, win the first corner of the game for Arsenal. The ball belted upfield before Arsenal can retrieve it for their first corner of the game. Patrick Vieira standing right in front of the goalkeeper, and of course it could be a problem for Chelsea. Sullivan only his 7th appearance. He'll miss Cudicini, there's no doubt about that. There's Bergkamp lifting it back in to Pires. Good ball forward. Vieira trying to get on the end of it. Henry is there as well. It was a great strike. It's come back out again. And Sullivan made a good save, to be fair to him. So Campbell with the final shot. What a furious opening pace here. And Mutu has almost got in behind the Arsenal back four. And he's got possession. Well, I did say there were so many great players on view and so many important issues at stake that this game couldn't fail. And the way it started is just underlined now. Here's Parker to Melchiot. Great ball there from Lampard back to Melchiot, and a decent cross, and another mistake. Well, Arsenal, Eiður this time, very edgy. A second corner to the home side in the opening 5 minutes. John Terry always a threat from set pieces, of course. He made the run for it. In the end, the header was wide of target. Gallas getting forward as well. It was a good stop from Sullivan moments ago. It's only his 7th appearance this for Chelsea. And the ball was struck with some venom by Campbell. Henry's first shot was blocked by Melchiot. Campbell with the follow-up. And he must have seen that late through a crowd of players. The Scottish international is going away from him as well. Good save by Sullivan. 12 years a Wimbledon player, 3 years Spurs before he came here as number 2 to Cudicini. And in fact, this is Sullivan's 3rd successive Premier League game. Reyes wondering what on earth is going on here. I'm sure after his wonderful performance and 2 goals for Arsenal, finding himself back on the bench. But of course, when you've got players of the quality of Henry returning and Bergkamp already in the side, well, he might have to get used to the rotation system that the Chelsea players have had to live with under the Tinkerman, as Ranieri has been christened. Melchiot. It's gone out for an Arsenal throw. Arsenal, of course, a club record 25 Premier League games without defeat, but Guðjohnsen's early goal has put that record under threat. Wenger's team now within 4 matches, that's all, of equaling the all-time record for the top division in English football. 29 games unbeaten, set by Leeds United in the 1970s and Liverpool in the 1980s. It's over 9 months since Arsenal lost in the Premier League, a 3-2 home defeat against Leeds in May, which was the result, of course, that meant that they could not win the championship, which went instead to Manchester United. Referee didn't like that late challenge there by Eiður. Lost his place in the Brazilian team in midweek because basically he's not been playing regularly in the Arsenal team. Here's Mutu. Taken off in by Laurent. And a little back healer will take it straight back to the Arsenal right back. Good pressure again though from Mutu. Really hard-working striker. Little nudge there by Dennis Bergkamp, but it was spotted by referee Riley. He's the only English official, by the way, who will be part of the refereeing team for this summer's European Championship finals in Portugal. Mutu's cross in was a good one. It's come back out to the Romanian, who was quite happy to let it go out for a Chelsea throw. Mutu scored a couple of goals, by the way, for his country in a 3-0 win against Georgia in midweek, and virtually every player out there today has been involved in international matches for his respective nation. Free kick to Chelsea. Gilberto unhappy with Mr. Riley's decision. Gallas and Melchiot both making their way forward, so too is John Terry. So 3 members of Chelsea's back 4 in an advanced position for the kick, which Mutu will take. Well, he went for goal, I think. Very ambitious effort by a man back in form. 4 goals in his last 6 games after going 14 matches without scoring. He's got 10 in his first season in English football. Scored 18 in the Italian league last season, Mutu. Henry's header fails to pick out Pires. No question that Chelsea have made the best start here as Lampard takes them on. Mutu's offside. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Lehmann didn't take any chances, and nor did Mutu. A little bit of a disagreement between the two, which the referee will quickly sort out. But I tell you what, that was a close call when you look at it again. Very committed player, Mutu. And the Chelsea fans have taken to him in a big way here. Even throughout that dodgy period when he couldn't get a goal. Lehmann upsetting 1 or 2 of the Chelsea fans with that challenge on Mutu. There's Bergkamp for Arsenal. Looks as though he was being held there, but nothing given. And Lampard slides in with the tackle. Another little flare-up, this time involving Terry and Bergkamp, which Mr. Riley deals with at source. 10 minutes gone in this Barclaycard English Premier League match at Stamford Bridge, and Chelsea lead Arsenal by 1-0. A goal inside the first 30 seconds, scored by Eiður Guðjohnsen. Clichy. Edu's cross. Gilberto knocks it back into the danger area. Away by Gallas. It's come out to Pires. Lampard's interception. Here's Guðjohnsen. Haven't played together that often, Mutu and Guðjohnsen, in this Chelsea attack. Here is Mutu. One back by Pires. Edu. And Clichy. Sol Campbell for Arsenal. Their 25 league games so far have produced 18 wins and 7 draws. They're the only team in all 4 divisions of English professional football who haven't lost a league game. They're going to have to come from behind to keep that record intact today. Gilberto over there. Bergkamp. Touré. The Dutch international takes over again, and that's a glorious ball for Thierry Henry. A wonderful ball, it really was. And Henry's such a great finisher that you would have expected him at least to have hit the target there. But the quality of this pass from Dennis Bergkamp. Oh, well, look at that. No words of mine could do that justice. Henry failing for once to find the net. He's top scorer with 24 goals, including 10 in his last 9 games for Arsenal. And I mentioned how many games Chelsea have won by 1-0 this season. No fewer than 11 of their 17 league victories have been by a single goal margin. So this is a very familiar scenario for them. Particularly here at the Bridge, they've been so strong, where they've won 8 of their 12 home games in the Premier League, 2 matches drawn, just 2 defeats. The only reverses coming against Bolton and Liverpool. They drew here with Blackburn and Birmingham. Bergkamp, Gilberto. One back well by Gemeri. Vieira. It's all a bit too tight in midfield. Henry's layoff untidy. Bridge looking for Mutu. Clearance was by Campbell to Edu. A lot of space there for the young left-back Clichy to get into. Still a teenager, the Frenchman. Edu looking for Pires. Melchiot read his intentions. Mutu's made a run here. He's got to be careful not to get offside. It looked like a foul on Melchiot to me and to about 40,000 Chelsea fans, but it's not been given. Throw into Arsenal, in fact. Edu for that. That most certainly is a foul. Scott Parker with a late challenge. Campbell. Clichy dispossessed. That's the kind of hard work that Chelsea are going to need from all their players today. Perfectly displayed by Mutu, but Makélélé's giving it away now. Bergkamp. Vieira's got into a great position here, and he's found him. Patrick Vieira! 1-1! That's made up for the mistake in the first 30 seconds, and it's made up for it big style. Less than a quarter of an hour gone at Stamford Bridge, and it's 1-1. Once again, the artist, the creator, was Dennis Bergkamp. But what a great finish by Patrick Vieira. Would you believe his first goal of the season? What a moment. He's chosen to score it. Once again, Chelsea go in front against Arsenal. Once again, Arsenal come back with a kind of character that we have come to expect from them. Scored 4 times last season, Patrick Vieira. It's one aspect of his game, actually. If you're looking for a criticism, he doesn't get many goals. He's got just about everything else to his game. But my word, he's weighed in with a very important goal now. Just kept running, knowing full well that Dennis Bergkamp would find him. The second glorious ball that Bergkamp has produced in a matter of minutes. Clearance by John Terry. Now it's a test again of Chelsea's character. And they come back from that bitter disappointment of seeing their early lead blown away. There's Mutu, Parker. They ran into trouble, but they've kept possession with Wayne Bridge. Parker again. Bridge again. And he did well there, Parker. He was given a lot to do. Still Arsenal's throw, though. Scored his first goal. Parker, that is, not Henry, for his new side against Portsmouth recently. But it's a game that's living up to expectations already. Vieira's equaliser, cancelling out Guðjohnsen's first-minute effort for Chelsea. Makélélé gets it back again from Gemeri through to Parker. A good ball over the top, onside. Gemeri. Far post is Guðjohnsen again. Oh, it was a very important header by the young Frenchman Clichy. Otherwise, Guðjohnsen could have had a repeat of his first-minute goal here. Same players involved. Jeremy's cross. I'm sure that would have gone in. Lehmann was slightly out of position, and Clichy with a really important interception. Well, there's the damage. Quite how it occurred, I don't know. I wonder if Mr. Riley does. The referee doesn't seem to have spoken to anyone from the Chelsea side, so maybe it was an accident. He obviously doesn't believe it was. Arsène Wenger complaining to the fourth official about some sort of challenge that has led to that cut eyebrow. And it's quite a bad cut, that, I would think. If he was a boxer now, he'd be getting some serious treatment on that in the corner. This is how it happened. It was John Terry climbing all over him, catching him with his outstretched arm. I give Terry the benefit of the doubt myself. I think he had his eyes on the ball there. He was just looking to win it, climbing all over Bergkamp. But obviously Arsenal don't see it that way. Bergkamp's had to go off for treatment. Chelsea's corner. John Terry climbing high, so too with Melchiot. Goal kick. Chelsea are convinced it should have been another corner. Melchiot scored the winner at Southampton a couple of months ago. His first goal in almost 2 years for Chelsea. Arsenal still down to 10 men then as Bergkamp receives treatment. Might need a stitch in that eye wound. case he's going to be off the field for a few minutes. Gary Lewin, the Arsenal physio, seems to have repaired the damage as Wenger's team win a free kick. Wenger signalling furiously to the referee that Bergkamp's ready to come on, and he's on now. Pires. The ball. And Clichy just keeps going. He's got wonderful confidence about him. He's very like Ashley Cole in the sense that he's a much better player, arguably, going forward than he is at defending, although the way he defended that Guðjohnsen header a couple of minutes ago, I'm not so sure. Here he is. And Bergkamp. Great skill. Dispossessed in the end by Lampard. The Chelsea fans not convinced that Bergkamp was genuinely injured, but they didn't see what we saw. Probably wouldn't have given him any more sympathy if they had. Here he is. Certainly played an influential part early on and finds Pires, and that's a lovely ball from Pires to Kolo Touré. His cross is a good one. Not clear as far as Eiður strikes it well, and it took a massive deflection for a corner. Bergkamp's quality and range of passing absolutely outstanding already here. Lauren getting the ball back into the middle, and it was a decent strike by Eiður, just brushed against Lampard. Campbell trying to make a run towards the near post. Oh, the goalkeeper's lost it. What a scramble, and it's a goal! They've done it again! Unbelievable. Eiður ensures for the second week running Arsenal have come back from one down to lead against Chelsea. But it's a bad mistake by Sullivan. He came out trying to claim that, completely missed it. He was a long way away from it, in fact. Look at that. Well underneath it. And Eiður just had to swivel, turn and finish, all of which he did in one swift and convincing movement. Well, the Brazilian was on target when Arsenal beat Chelsea 2-1 at Highbury in the Premier League back in October, and he's on target again here today to give them a similar scoreline. And Chelsea must wonder what they have to do to beat this Arsenal side. That is incredible. Twice in a week they take the lead. Twice in a week Arsenal come back to move in front themselves. Well, the record between these teams is quite unbelievable. In the Premier League, Arsenal have won 9 of the last 16 meetings against Chelsea and drawn the other 7. And here at Stamford Bridge, they've drawn their last 3 visits and they're unbeaten in their last 7. Sullivan's error has given Arsenal a most unlikely lead. Unlikely in the sense that Chelsea started in a whirlwind. Got a goal inside 30 seconds, Ranieri's team, and were playing well at that point. Now, with the first half only at the midway stage, they're behind again. Well, if Arsenal do go on to win the championship, they will look back on this 20-odd minutes at Stamford Bridge as a key turning point. But there's a long, long way to go in this game. And a long way still to go in the season. There's Gallas. Melchiot. Oh, he almost got himself in trouble there up against Pires. That was a risky thing to do. Now he's overhit the ball intended for Mutu. Lampard. There's Wayne Bridge. No way round Gilberto, the England international. Keeps possession and finds Makélélé. Vieira in with a challenge. Gallas trying to win it back off Bergkamp and does so. Melchiot. Parker. And again, the Dutchman. Those two keeping possession between them on that right-hand side. Now they switch to the left with Wayne Bridge. Seems to have made that left-back position his own in this ever-changing Chelsea lineup. Parker couldn't quite find the way through. Gilberto with a lovely little ball. Well, he was dwelling in possession there, Edu, and you're not going to be able to do that today. Wayne Bridge, that's a lovely ball, but the flag has gone up for offside against Adrian Mutu. Scott Parker enjoying the battle as ever in that vital midfield third. Chelsea have not beaten Arsenal in a Premier League game for 9 years. Mark Hughes, now the manager of the Welsh national team, scored the winner on that occasion. Here's Parker again with the ball over the top, but yet again the linesman's flag stopped Mutu in his tracks. Well, they do say these days, in fact the recommendation to referees is that if the attacking player is level with the penultimate defender, then the attacker should get the benefit of the doubt. I'm not sure how often that is actually enforced. Here come Arsenal again. Pires. Bergkamp pulling the strings. Edu. Lauren leaves it to Gilberto. Bergkamp, such a clever, intelligent footballer. Oh, that's superb play by Bergkamp. He's been the outstanding player so far for me. And here he is again. The whistle's gone, however, for an earlier incident. Free kick to Chelsea. Well, Chelsea can get goals, we know that. 47 this season. Only Arsenal themselves and Manchester United have scored more in the Premier League. And they're also very good at keeping clean sheets, in fact more than any other team, despite conceding 2 goals here today. Another challenge the referee didn't like from Parker, who's a tough little character. He had a couple of clashes with Vieira in the FA Cup tie last week. Vieira, who was one of the 7 players cautioned in that game, just picks himself up, dusts himself down and gets on with it. Terry's mistake. Gilberto nipping in, and great defending there by Wayne Bridge. Superb play. Jeremy. Mutu. Oh, that's a disappointing ball by Mutu. He had players out to the right if he'd got his head up and been able to see them. And the amazing thing is, Arsenal are leading 2-1 and we haven't seen much of this fella yet. Edu. Vieira. Great play. They're really so good at keeping possession like this, Arsenal. Well, that looked as though it could have been a free kick. Again, Mr. Riley says no, play on. Lampard. Patrick Vieira is immense in every sense in that role in the middle of the field, whether going forward or defending. Lauren. Long ball by Touré, it was too long. Thierry Henry maybe still suffering a little bit from the injury that kept him out when the teams met in the FA Cup a week ago. He still hasn't looked quite as sharp as usual. As Vieira, I knew that would happen, gets his little bit of revenge on Parker for one or two earlier tackles. He's going to have to keep an eye on this little confrontation, though. Don't mess with me is the message from Patrick Vieira. But he don't mind Parker, he's only about 5'7", but he's as tough as they come. He won't duck out of any challenges, and he's won his team a free kick. John Terry coming round the back, Lehmann opts to punch, and that was the sensible, safe thing to do. Gemeri with Guðjohnsen. It's a great ball back again to Gemeri. Oh, he could have pulled it back almost anywhere, and Arsenal would have had a problem. As it happens, he actually picked out the one space that was occupied by an Arsenal defender, Sol Campbell. What a smashing game of football this is, though. Coming up to half an hour gone here in the Barclaycard English Premier League. 2-1 to Arsenal. Wayne Bridge for Chelsea, goes down. Goal kick is the verdict. Let's have a look if Mr. Riley got this right. I don't think he did. He was a bit late falling, hence the fact that he ended up inside the box, although the tackle clearly was outside. Chelsea must be getting an obsession about Arsenal, who they haven't beaten in their last 15 meetings in all competitions, stretching back over 5 years since a League Cup victory in Highbury, and that was a day when Arsenal fielded a much weakened team, mainly a reserve side, in fact. There's Thierry Henry against Melchiot. He's lost him. Well, he's a showman supreme and a wonderfully, wonderfully gifted footballer. Even he couldn't get through. 2 tackles, Gallas and Melchiot doubling up to deny him, but he still won a throw. And here's Bergkamp. There's a very tough challenge there by Makélélé on Clichy. Campbell's got a decision to make, and also racing across to help him out is Touré. Back come Chelsea again. And another free kick. Clichy's challenged. He took it so quickly, it was confusing what happened there. Clichy doesn't seem to realise it's gone out for a Chelsea throw. Makélélé. Gemeri. Come back to Lampard. Well, he was trying to thread it through to Guðjohnsen on the edge of the box. Couldn't get it right. It's not like Thierry Henry to give the ball away like that. And Vieira combining on that occasion, but not getting it right. Gallas for Guðjohnsen. Brilliant ball over the top of Mutu. Oh, well, I tell you what, that must have been very close to being outside the box. When Lehmann came and got that, all the crowd reacted. The linesman saw nothing wrong. The linesman was right. His foot was outside the box. That doesn't matter. The ball and his hands were inside. Gilberto. Gone back well by John Terry. Lampard. Guðjohnsen. There's Parker. The sun coming out here in West London, although it is a very cold morning. Not down there, it isn't. The pace of the game continues to be frantic, and yet the skill level's remarkably high. Parker. Melchiot just picked up pace. And all we could do was try and rescue the goal kick. He's not even done that. It hit the corner flag and stayed on the field for Arsenal. Pires. Gilberto. Henry takes over. Not like him. He's out of sorts at the moment, but you can understand why Arsène Wenger wanted to risk him, injury or not. And of course, he does have Reyes on the bench should he decide that Henry isn't performing. And that's a pretty unusual thing to happen. Gemeri. Oh, lovely ball. Wayne Bridge, two in the middle. Mutu's one of them. Lehmann just got there ahead of him. Good work that by the German international goalkeeper. Had to be brave and decisive, and he was both. Gemeri. Mutu trying to swing it into the far post. Wasn't a very good ball. Come back out from Makélélé. Done well, Makélélé. And that's a lovely ball. John Terry's onside. Should have done better. And he had Gallas, his fellow central defender, up alongside him as well. He could have side-footed it to him. Onside the verdict. Look where Gallas was. Oh, he can't believe it. What a wonderful opportunity for Chelsea to draw level. And they very nearly did seconds later. The ball just flicked away by Campbell as Eiður Guðjohnsen was steaming in again on the far post where he's finding so much room. Another Chelsea corner. It's Guðjohnsen again, knocking it down to Makélélé. Well, that's actually so far off target, it's gone into the upper tier of the stand. Yet to score his first Chelsea goal, although he has become a fixture in the team now, Claude Makélélé. The French international, the man in that important role of sitting in front of the back four. 10 minutes, just under, of the first half remaining. And Arsenal lead Chelsea by 2-1. Sullivan's kick, Guðjohnsen making life difficult, but in the process fouling Campbell. He's looked sharp today, Eiður Guðjohnsen, playing well, the Icelandic international, player that was signed by Gianluca Vialli from Bolton Wanderers, playing on for 4 years ago now. Foul against Bergkamp. But he has been magnificent here. Terry arrows the free kick out to Melchiot on the right. Been vying for that right back role with Glenn Johnson, but he seems to be winning that battle at the moment. It was an over-ambitious ball really by Gallas, and Ranieri can't be happy with that. He has said that he accepts the importance of this match today, a match that he feels his team cannot lose. And he has also accepted that his job could be on the line if things go wrong here today and in Stuttgart on Wednesday night when Chelsea's Champions League campaign resumes. Arsenal, of course, also in that competition still. They play Celta Vigo. Bergkamp. Henry. It's just not going right for him, is it? I don't think I've ever seen Thierry Henry as ineffective as this. Guðjohnsen. Oh, that's great play. Well, the referee has seen that as a foul. He can't believe it, Touré. I must say, I thought he made a decent, if physical, attempt to get in front of Eiður Guðjohnsen here. Had his arm across him, but it was a straightforward battle for the ball for me. Good position for the free kick, but Mutu's made a poor job of it. Arsenal didn't defend it very impressively either. They got away with it. Pires. Makélélé wins it back. And leaves it to Lampard. good ball for Melchiot. Still battling with Clichy for possession. Needed a bit of help and got it, and got his team a throw. Crowd urging Parker to get on with it. Melchiot. Another Chelsea throw. They're edging closer to that corner flag. Melchiot's going to try possibly put a bit more distance on it this time. Picks out Gallas. And where's he going to go? Melchiot still. Amazing interlude there. And finally it ends with a free kick to Arsenal. And between them, Gallas and Melchiot just couldn't open up the space to get away from those Arsenal challenges. There's Makélélé. There's space for Bridge, though not for long. Gilberto closes him down. Terry. There's no room out there, is there? Chelsea having to go sideways to keep possession. Now the ball over the top for Mutu. Goal kick.
Suddenly, everywhere you want to go seems a lot closer. Introducing the American Express Aeroplan Plus cards. You can earn up to 60% more Aeroplan miles. And when you earn faster, everything gets closer.
And Eidur has got Pires to his left and picks out the Frenchman. And another one, Henry. Well, he's let that one go as well. I don't think he's fit. There can't be any other explanation. Mutu. Lampard. Makélélé, foul by Patrick Vieira. Arsène Wenger might have a decision to make about Thierry Henry, because he's clearly not up with the pace of this game at all. Wonderful player though he is, he's not very effective today, as Guðjohnsen takes the ball from Mutu, goes down, and the referee, I think, will show a yellow card rather than point to the penalty spot, which is what the crowd were hopeful of seeing. Yes. Simulation, as they call it these days. Diving was the old-fashioned phrase. Let's have a look. Lovely little back heeler, wasn't it? And I think the referee got that absolutely dead right. Eiður Guðjohnsen collects the first caution of the day. Really, I mean, you would have thought in that particular situation he would have been better staying on his feet anyway. But only he knows what was going through his mind. The referee decided he did know. They played very, very well after that poor opening Arsenal. And they deserve the lead at the moment. Although Chelsea, make no mistake, are still very much in this game. Pires trying to change that with another goal and wins a corner, deflected off John Terry. Pires awaits the arrival of Touré and Campbell. That's a bit of abuse from the fans in the corner as well. So that's a great ball in. And Sullivan eventually came amongst the crowd of Arsenal players to claim it. Guðjohnsen. Here's Gallas. The ball over the top for Mutu. Chelsea get a throw. The end of the first half draws near. A half that began in sensational fashion for the home side with Eiður Guðjohnsen's goal. Terry's tried to pick him out again, but that wasn't a good enough ball to find him. "60 seconds remaining of the first 45 minutes, a crucial 45 minutes in Claudio Ranieri's Chelsea career, and one that started in magnificent style, much better than even he would have dreamed. But then back came Arsenal again. Here's Parker. Lampard makes the run. It's a good challenge. Chelsea's throw. I do believe it should have gone the other way. As well as a very talented side, Arsenal are an incredibly fit team as well, and you just don't get any room out there if you're an opposition player. Mutu trying to find Guðjohnsen, and out it came to Bridge, whose shot was quite brilliantly blocked. Although at what price, I'm not sure, by Gilberto, who got a bad injury, remember, playing for Brazil against Ireland in Dublin in midweek. And he must have really felt that. It was a tremendous block by Gilberto that saved what could have been a shot on target here. 2 minutes of stoppage time now being played, and that was as important a tackle as any we've seen in the first half, but he's still wincing with pain, Gilberto. We'll want to have a look at that when they get him in the dressing room in a couple of minutes. Bridge. Clearance by Touré. Flicked on by Pires. Away again by Wayne Bridge. Laurent, Touré. Lehmann gets plenty of height on the clearance. Terry. He's going to want it again. Pires. Good football from Arsenal. Clichy. There's a fine challenge by Melchiot. This is the final attack of the half. Mutu. Good running by Mutu. Needs help. Gets the corner. There'll only just about be time for Arsenal to take this. Chelsea rather to take this. Mutu races to get the ball. Well, that wasn't a bad effort. Jeremy coming in amongst the crowd of players, but not good enough. And that, I would think, will just about see us through to half-time with Arsenal's lead intact. There's the half-time whistle, and what a superb 45 minutes of football we have seen here at Stamford Bridge. Sullivan, standing goalkeeper for the injured Kudicini, making the mistake that led to Edu giving Arsenal the lead when they'd fallen behind inside the first 30 seconds. Patrick Vieira was the man who brought them level. Guðjohnsen in the foreground there, scoring the opening goal of the game. It's been a terrific match. There's still a lot of football to unravel here, but Arsenal have shown their tremendous resilience once again and go into the dressing rooms at half-time with a 2-1 lead. Here's our personnel anyway during the half-time interval, and Chelsea prepare to get the second half underway, knowing that if they cannot do something about this 2-1 deficit, then Arsenal will go 9 points ahead of them in the Premier League table, and that, according to most people, even one of two Chelsea insiders, would be an unbridgeable gap. Arsenal, well, they could probably even get away with drawing this game, I would think, but that's not in their mentality. However, straight away, it's Chelsea on the attack with Lampard. Just checked out when most of the crowd were expecting him to go on and shoot then. Bridge. Jeremy sets it up for Makélélé. Oh, weak effort by Scott Parker. thought the ball better there, but at least he's had the presence of mind to go and win it back and find Adrian Mutu, who's got Guðjohnsen in space, tried to return the ball to the Romanian international. And Chelsea have made a similarly bright start, well, not quite as effective as they made to the first half. John Terry for them. Here's Bridge. Makélélé in midfield. Guðjohnsen's made a run, but he's in an offside position as the ball finds him. Defeated Highbury a week ago in the FA Cup. It was their first loss in 8 games and ended a run of 4 successive wins. I've told you all about the unbelievable longer-term record that Chelsea have against Arsenal. They've been able to beat them in the last 15 meetings, remember, stretching back over 5 years. But suddenly, Mutu has an opportunity to bring Chelsea level, chipped back onto his inside and had his feet taken from under him. Both Lampard and Mutu checked out in those opening 2 Chelsea attacks of the second half, when you would have thought on both occasions it would have been better for them to go on and shoot. Here's Mutu again. Back into the path of Melchiot. Got a little nudge from Campbell, but he's a big, strong player, Melchiot. You don't knock him off the ball very easily. Mind you, you could say the same about Sol Campbell. Makélélé. Appearance by Clichy, who's had a splendid match as replacement for Ashley Cole at left back. Here's the other England left back, Wayne Bridge. It's a good ball too. And the cross almost found Lampard. It was a brave header away. Then the Makélélé shot deflected away, and Chelsea have done just what the crowd wanted them to do. They've come out of the blocks flying again here in the second half, really taken the game to Arsène Wenger's team. But they're still a goal behind. Terry came flying in, Lehmann got it clear, Lampard didn't make a proper contact. Henry to Bergkamp. Managed aside by Parker. Winning a few physical battles out there at the moment, Chelsea. But Gemeri can only flick it away for an Arsenal throw-in. Just wondered if Mutu had gone on here in the manner in which he was doing so often in the earlier part of the season. So he'd got a goal out of it. To be fair, I think he genuinely lost his footing. Bridge, the injured player. Injured very often. He made 133 consecutive appearances in the Premier League when he was at Southampton. It's a record for the division. Melchiot now into Makélélé. Mutu drifting out to this right. Not very effectively. They can't afford any more mistakes, Chelsea. They certainly can't afford to concede another goal, I would think. Gemeri. Makélélé. Looking for, but not finding Eiður Guðjohnsen. Touré gets it away. Now Bergkamp. Melchiot steps in to win it back for the home side. Makélélé. There's Melchiot again. Mutu gets his cross in early. As though he's been told to drift out to this right-hand side, and he took the feet from under Pires then with a silly challenge, really. And it's going to be a yellow card. I don't think he can really complain about that, do you? Also cautioned in last week's FA Cup tie between the 2 teams, and Mr. Riley's been very sensible the way he's controlled this game so far. Guðjohnsen, the only previous caution, and that was for attempting to win a penalty. Vieira, Bergkamp, given away to Parker. There's one over the top for Eiður Guðjohnsen to pursue. Campbell is right alongside him though. He's lost him for the moment anyway. Makélélé. Gemeri playing on that left-hand side, but of course Chelsea have missed Damien Duff so badly. Stamford Bridge goes flying. It's going to be a throw. And another. Well, Gilberto has recovered from the foot injury he got towards the end of the first half, making a very important block from Stamford Bridge. He's on the ball again. Makélélé. Again, it's so tight in there, there's just no room. Oh, another swinging challenge by Parker on Vieira. Those two have had a real set-to today. That's what Arsenal wanted at that stage, really. Trying to compose themselves once more. Makélélé for Chelsea. Bridge. 4 Premiership defeats is all Chelsea have suffered so far against Bolton and Liverpool here. Arsenal and Charlton away. In fact, their home and away records this season are virtually identical. They've been very consistent. This is a game they surely cannot afford to lose. Melchiot. Lampard. Gemeri finds some room by coming inside. And now finds Mario Melchiot. Lampard. Well, they just need to start taking the odd gamble, I would think, Chelsea at the moment. There's a lot of precision, accuracy about their football, but when the opportunity has come for an early effort, so far in the second half, they've scorned it in favour of another little pass. If they really do regard this as a make-or-break match, then they've got to start taking some risks out of the... Disappointing ball by Claude Makélélé. Chelsea have been in the top 6 of the Premier League in each of the last 7 seasons. 4th last season, of course, their highest positions for some 4 years. If they were to go on and win here today, they'd only be 4 points off top spot. 3 points, in fact. But it's Arsenal who have that lead at the moment, with Bergkamp at the heart of most of the good things they've done. Eiður, whose goal separates the sides. Touré. Clichy. Lauren gets away from the first challenge by Gemeri and just keeps going. Good strong run by the Arsenal right back. Makélélé. Right old battle with that right beneath the gaze of the linesman, perfectly placed to see if anything untoward happened. I'm glad to say it didn't. Gilberto, Laura. As in so many battles during this game today, there's just no room to breathe. Brilliant play by Guðjohnsen. Makélélé. Offside is the verdict. Almost instantly, the flag went up against Lampard. Remember, Arsenal a week ago knocked Chelsea out of the FA Cup for the 4th season in a row. Will the name of Arsenal return to haunt Chelsea again here today? Henry crowded out of it. Mutu again, attacking down this right-hand side, but he's got his hands full getting around this young fella. Clichy. I've been very impressed by his performance. We have a more than adequate replacement for Ashley Cole in the young Frenchman. Bergkamp's header. There's Vieira. It really is so congested at the start of this second half that we haven't seen the quality of the football that we enjoyed in the first. And that seems to have particularly applied to Thierry Henry. Mind you, you give him room, you do pay a heavy price for it. Mistake by Bergkamp for once. Gives Chelsea a throw. And they've got to regard themselves as still very, very much in this game, Chelsea. Because also have not started the second half as impressively as they've played for most of the first. Here's Bridge. That's the kind of thing they've got to do to try and open it up, although albeit he did give the ball away and was very relieved to hear the referee's whistle go for a free kick taken already. Parker. And Bridge. It's a great ball in. Mutu came to meet it. Good defending by Clichy again. Bridge. Free kick. Gilberto complains, but he got to just keep his concentration and get on with it. Chelsea are trying to step up the pace again now. Their free kick. Oh! That was a wonderful opportunity for William Gallas to bring them level. It's a strange free kick. It was hit with real pace and power and seemed to elude everyone. And did elude everyone. Gallas was the closest to getting some kind of significant contact, but even he couldn't. Had he been able to do so, that surely would have been 2-2 because he was so close for Lehmann's goal. It's almost a year since he scored in the Premier League now, William Gallas. Mutu. Clichy's challenge again is a good one, and it's taken the ball kindly here for Arsenal. Although the end result came to nothing. Gilberto's back here. Chelsea almost gave it away again. It's getting very ragged, this match now. I think the pace and the commitment in the first half is beginning to have an effect on these players. It must be tiring because, of course, so many of them have been involved in mid-league internationals, a lot of travelling and so forth. As Lauren becomes the first Arsenal player to be cautioned today and the third player in the game, following Mutu and Guðjohnsen. Yes, the quality is ebbing away, although there's still no lack of commitment. Melchiot. Oh, well played again, Clichy, and Guðjohnsen angrily brought him down from behind, and there's another yellow card. And in fact, of course, it's a second yellow, and that means that Eiður Guðjohnsen is dismissed, and Chelsea's hopes of coming back into this game now receive a major setback. Well, was it deliberate? The referee decided it was, and having made that decision, then he had no choice whatsoever other than to produce a second yellow, and that meant red for Eiður Guðjohnsen, whose day started so magnificently with a goal inside 30 seconds, but now ends in shame. An hour gone in this Barclaycard English Premier League match between the teams in third and first positions in the league table, and Chelsea, who went ahead in that first minute, who are now 2-1 down, also have to contend with only 10 men on the field against the 11 of Arsenal. Mr. Riley, whose more controversial decision, I guess, was the decision in the first half. He did catch him there, Guðjohnsen, but it was the decision in the first half where he judged Guðjohnsen to have been feigning a foul for a penalty that has led ultimately to his dismissal. Now Chelsea get a free kick themselves, foul on Adrian Mutu. As yet, no sign of a change for Chelsea, although I do see now Jesper Grønkjær taking off his tracksuit down below me on the touchline, so maybe he's about to be introduced. And they might have to take off one of their central midfield players and change the system around. Jeremy's free kick hammered straight into the Arsenal wall. Did well to keep possession, however. But Arsenal are determined today. There's a look about them. They're not going to give this one up without a fight in every corner of the field. And as I expected, Grønkjær is about to come on. And equally, as I expected, one of these central midfield players will be the man to make way, Scott Parker. So the Danish international, who's been playing regularly in recent weeks anyway, and in fact started the FA Cup tie against Arsenal a week ago, will go out to a wide position now. They'll have to change the system. Remember, they started with a diamond formation. Well, now they've lost a striker. So Grønkjær will come on the right where Mutu had been playing, and Mutu will go into a more central attacking role. You can argue that, of course, under the laws of the game, Mike Riley had no choice other than to dismiss Eiður Guðjohnsen. But you have to say the two crimes, in inverted commas, for which he was punished were questionable, to say the least. And you do have to wonder if the punishment fits the crime. Did he really deserve to go off for the two incidents in which he was involved? My personal view is no, he didn't. Mutu, away by Edu. His goal now beginning to look increasingly as though it could be the winner here. But Chelsea must believe that their championship challenge is all on the remainder of this game as Henry goes forward. Oh, great tackle by John Terry. So Chelsea have got to now throw any kind of caution they were feeling quite literally to the wind. As John Terry stopped Thierry Henry in his tracks there. It's all looking good for Arsenal. So Campbell for them. Here's Touré. Bergkamp. It's another superb ball by Dennis Bergkamp. Henry. Magic. Much more like it from him. Here's Vieira. Lord. And Gilberto. Vieira hesitating, but he knew what he was doing. Clichy. It's keep ball time for Arsenal. And they're doing it very impressively here. Even one or two of the home fans applauding. How long have they kept the ball here in this? And they've still got it. Amazing. I wish I'd started counting. Well, they're certainly using their one-man advantage to great effect at the moment, Arsenal. Such an intelligent way to play when you know the opposition don't want to run, don't want to chase, because they've only got 10 men out there. They've still got it. This is quite amazing. They must have had the ball for a minute now. And something like, I don't know, it must be getting on for 20-odd passes. No point in starting to count now. This is astonishing. And finally, they have lost possession and then within an instant get it back again. Vieira. Oh, that's a naughty challenge. On Terry, sheer frustration, I think, showing in that tackle. And you can't complain about getting a card for that, really. So there's another player who's got to be very careful now, and of course as a central defender he's going to have to keep making tackles. But that was late. That was unquestionably late on Vieira, and I think that was all about frustration on John Terry's part. He was fed up of seeing the opposition knocking the ball around as though they were in a training ground exercise, and his temper got the better of him. Patrick Vieira receiving treatment again from Gary Lewin. He looks in some pain, doesn't he? Been another terrific performance by him. As we see the opening goal of this game scored by Guðjohnsen, then that magnificent through ball by Bergkamp to Vieira. 1-1 at that point. Sullivan flapped at a corner. Edu punished him in the best way possible. 2-1 to Arsenal, and that's still the score. All those goals coming before half-time. Patrick Vieira has been kicked all over the place by Scott Parker today. Now gets another whack, this time from John Terry. And a grim-faced Claudio Ranieri facing the possibility that part one of this important week for him is going to end in failure. In fact, if you go back to last week's FA Cup tie, having lost to Arsenal in that, if they lose to Arsenal in the league today, their championship challenge certainly takes a severe setback. And then they've got that tough match in Germany against Stuttgart in the Champions League in midweek. It could all go horribly wrong. But it's not finished yet. Vieira's just been waved back onto the field. And he's not running too confidently, I have to say. Poor ball by Lampard. He's not been in his best today, Lampard. He's a very important player for Chelsea. His goals in particular from midfield have been a key factor for them this season. 10 he scored. There's almost a feeling of acceptance around this stadium, I have to say, that Chelsea won't be able to get back into this game. From the spectators, I ought to say, not the players themselves. But with still over 20 minutes remaining, they've got to keep believing that they can rescue even a point here. All over the top for Jeremy, who's now moved out to the right. Looking for Mutu in the middle, but Lehmann completely in control of that. Vieira. Challenged by Makélélé. Terry comes out with the ball for Chelsea and finds Grønkjær, who's gone into a central role now. Can't quite understand what he's doing in there. Player is much more effective when he's out wide, whichever side of the field it is. Here he is. On to Bridge. A decent cross, but it was easily cleared by Campbell. There was a real lack of self-belief about Chelsea now. I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal were to go on and get another goal and clinch the game. Here's Henry. Pires is with him. Clever little ball by Pires. And another foul. Chelsea fans not too convinced about the merit of that alleged trip. Eiður. Here's Clichy. Gemeri tracking him all the way. Clichy good enough to keep possession, but then he couldn't deliver the right ball to Eiður. It looks as though Chelsea's long record of failure against Arsenal is going to continue. They're just not making things happen at the moment. Even harder for them to do that, of course, because they've only got 10 men out there after Eiður Guðjohnsen's dismissal. Grønkjær. Jeremy. And now Melchiot joining the attack. Arsenal are repelling most of these raids with a reasonable amount of comfort, you have to say. Time for a big gamble, perhaps, by Claudio, Ranieri. Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbaink and Joe Cole seem to be ready to come on. He's got to do that. I said that a few minutes ago. Chelsea have got to take a big risk now, and clearly Ranieri ready to send on two essentially attacking players and go for broke. Melchiot up against Clichy. Oh, this youngster won't be beaten. It's even a goal kick. He has had an outstanding match. Right, time to gamble. In terms of Chelsea's challenge for the championship, it might be the final gamble. Who knows? Adrian Mutu will be replaced by Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbaink. 1 goal away from his 100th goal in the Premier League, by the way. Jeremy is the other player who will be substituted. And his place on the field goes to Joe Cole. "17 minutes to go then, and what many people consider before kick-off to be the most important game so far in the Barclaycard English Premier League, and it's Arsenal leading by 2-1, and Pires pulling a great ball back into the middle. Lampard got back to anticipate and intercept. And there's one for Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbaink, and he's done really well. And gets it back again from his fellow substitute, Joe Cole. They've made an immediate difference, but Grønkjær hasn't, the third sub. Which also, of course, means that if there's any injuries for Chelsea now, that's too bad, because they've used all 3 players off the bench. There's Cole. Grønkjær. Back for Wayne Bridge. And Arsenal, once again, they've been doing that all day, just get a vital foot into the tackle when it matters. Then the acrobatic clearance by Touré. Terry winning it back off Henry. Grønkjær looking for Hasselbaink. Not a good enough ball to find him as Campbell intercepts. Pires. John Terry. And now Makélélé. Here's Gallas. Arsenal have played this second half very sensibly. They have withdrawn compared to their attacking performance of the first half. But as I said a few minutes ago, they've been pretty comfortable in the way they've defended. And Lehmann, I can't really recall having had a save to make in the Arsenal goal in this second half, and that's not good enough really from Chelsea's point of view. Here's Pires. That's a wonderful ball for Gilberto, who's got Thierry Henry up with him, but decides to go for goal himself. Scored 4 times this season, the Brazilian international. Not on this occasion. Grønkjær now for Chelsea. Now he's lost out again. Frustrating player he can be, the Dane, at times. Vieira for Arsenal. Henry in the middle. So too is Eiður, who's already scored 1 goal. Great tackle by Melchiot. Bergkamp. Now Pires. Survived the first challenge from Lampard and failed to survive the second one from Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink. Oh, amazingly, the two substitutes collided with each other there, Cole and Hasselbaink. Now Lampard tries to open it up with a glorious ball taken first time by Jesper Grønkjær. Well, it wasn't a bad cross, there was just nobody there on the end of it for Chelsea. Campbell had to slice over his own bar for a corner. Wonderful pass by Lampard. And I think the Chelsea supporters really have demanded at least a grandstand finish from their team. They don't want to just see them lay down and die here. Clearance was by Pires. Now Lampard. Ball back in, but too close to Lehmann. Good firm punch by the German international has come back out to Makélélé. Melchiot. And Clichy's not missed a trick today. Though Arsenal might be ready to make a change now. Freddie Ljungberg, who's been out injured, seemingly about to be introduced as Hasselbaink waits for just one sniff of a goal-scoring opportunity. Arsenal win a free kick. Foul on Henry. Number 10 means that it's Dennis Bergkamp who's going to come off after a quite outstandingly excellent display, particularly in the first half. And he will be replaced by Freddie Ljungberg. Well, he produced that glorious ball for Vieira's equalising goal. He's produced quality all the way through. And now Ljungberg, who's had a number of injuries this season, takes his place. Touré for Arsenal, who lead 2-1. Vieira, Eiður. 12 minutes remaining at Stamford Bridge. And there's still a body language about these Chelsea players that suggests they don't really believe that they can get anything still out of this game. It's been a tired sort of second half performance from them. Not helped, of course, by Guðjohnsen's dismissal. It was a silly challenge by Lampard, and we're going to see yet another card. Complaints all round from the Chelsea players, but my initial reaction was that that was quite a nasty challenge. Mr. Riley having a long chat with Lampard about why he's showing him a yellow card, but didn't make any difference to the outcome. Caution. The fourth Chelsea player to be similarly punished here today. And again, when you look back at that, you have to say that the referee was spot on. And suddenly, they're all over the place here, Chelsea, and they were nearly caught out, and it should have been 3-1. Sullivan made a good save against Gilberto. Well, Arsenal, I remember seeing them at Villa this season, take an early free kick that actually led to a goal. Thierry Henry scored it that day. This time he laid it on for Gilberto. Chelsea had lost concentration. Sullivan hadn't. Pires takes the corner. Campbell and Vieira both in there, but the whistle's gone. The whistle's gone. That goal will not count. Patrick Vieira has not doubled his total for the season in the space of 90 minutes. Free kick to Chelsea. Quite who was fouling who, I'm not sure. Knocked in anyway by Freddie Ljungberg, of course, but it was pretty irrelevant at that stage. Maybe the foul went against him, as at the other end Lehmann has to come out and improvise, and he did so very cleverly against Hasselbaink. Makélélé, beaten to it by Pires. Oh, it hit Henry on the heel. Gallas. And now Chelsea press forward again with Makélélé. The ball then knocked out wide for Grønkjær. He was quite literally flattened by Lauren. And the Chelsea fans are demanding to know why he hasn't been yellow carded. They feel that the cards have not gone as fairly as they would have wanted them today. Certainly the sending off of Eiður Guðjohnsen. Well, there's always an Arsenal foot or a head whenever danger threatens. Vieira invariably has been the man who's produced those telling interceptions, blocks and tackles. Less than 10 minutes remaining at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 2. Lehmann hesitated for once, but almost before Melchiot even met the ball, the whistle had gone for a free kick. I must say I've been disappointed with Abramovich's new team today. They've been gifted such a wonderful opening to the match. They really haven't been able to build on it. There's been constant speculation, of course, about the coach's future, and that will only grow even more intense, I suspect, after this. Here's Pires for Arsenal. Angry reaction from the home fans, because no doubt they will look back to the first half when Guðjohnsen was yellow carded for going down inside the penalty area, and what they're saying now is, well, why didn't the same thing happen to Pires then? He does have a bit of a reputation for that kind of thing. Gilberto. Looking for Ljungberg. Melchiot got there first. Joko not really been able to make much of an impact as yet, as he drifts past Pires. Lampard, a tired ball that really sums up Chelsea's second half display. In fact, that applies to much of their first half performance as well. So it looks as though Arsenal are going to put 9 points between themselves and one of their serious championship contenders. Sullivan's clearance, his mistake, of course, that led to Eidur's goal, still a key factor in this game, as Henry is caught offside. If Arsenal win, they could go 8 points ahead of Manchester United, but remember, United are also involved in an early kick-off against Leeds, as Hasselbaink goes in a little bit late on Lehmann. I have to go for it.
Suddenly, everywhere you want to go seems a lot closer. Introducing the American Express Aeroplan Plus cards. You can earn up to 60% more Aeroplan miles. And when you earn faster, everything gets closer.
He said, no, he didn't take the free kick. Now he has. Clearance by Bridge. Gilberto. Played against him by Grønkjær, but it's the Chelsea man who got the final touch. So I wonder, assuming there is no late shock to match that of the early shock in this game, have we seen the championship race come down from 3 to 2? Still a dozen games to go, of course. An opportunity for Hasselbaink to test the Arsenal defence, but Lehmann not found wanting. into the final 5 minutes at Stamford Bridge. Makélélé. Just haven't played well enough, I'm afraid, Chelsea. That's the simple opinion that I think most people would express on this game. His team have played very well indeed. And they are about to extend their unbeaten run, I'm pretty sure, to 26 Premier League games. Getting closer and closer to equaling the all-time record for the top division of English football. And continuing in the process their quite incredible record against Chelsea. To include the end of last season, Arsenal are now close to 28 Premier League games without defeat. And close to another goal perhaps here with Thierry Henry. Oh, good defending by Gallas. Arsenal do already hold the Premier League record for the longest unbeaten run. It stretched to over 30 matches at the end of one season and the beginning of the next. Back to defend the corner. Taken by Pires. Grønkjær got that ahead of his goalkeeper and headed it away as Sullivan came flying out again. Hasn't been much for either goalkeeper to do in this second half, which has been disappointing. I thoroughly enjoyed the first half, but the second half has been a bit of a non-event. Mr. O'Reilly's crucial decision to red card Eiður Guðjohnsen arguably took away any last chance that Chelsea had of getting back into this game. Touré. Vieira. It's all about keeping the ball now for Arsenal, and they've proved very capable of doing that in the second half. Pires. Henry, quite possibly his least effective performance in an Arsenal shirt this season, and yet he's going to end up on the winning side, I'm pretty sure of that. That's the way Chelsea are giving away possession like that. Good clearance by Lehmann. He even picked out Gilberto, and on it goes to Patrick Vieira. Chelsea have it back as we move into the final minute. Ljungberg's challenge. He wants to take the free kick quickly and does. Bridge. Here's Grønkjær. Will we see late drama to match the opening minute here? I wonder. Can Chelsea rescue something yet? They've got a corner. What price? A first-minute goal and a 90th minute goal. And of course there will be, I would imagine, at least a couple of minutes, maybe 3 even, of stoppage time. There have been injuries and also substitutions. Fourth official just getting ready to display on the electronic board exactly how much of that there'll be as Lampard meets the corner on the near post and then Thierry Henry gets it away from danger. He keeps running. Well, the referee might see that as a yellow card as well. And does. So he left his foot in. 4 minutes, incidentally, of stoppage time will be played. A bit naughty, that. Not like him, Thierry Henry. And he's arguing with the referee, and if he's not careful, yellow could turn into red. I think what he's saying is the free kick shouldn't have been there. Should have been further back. But here's Melchiot. Oh dear, that is awful. And in a way, kind of sums up Chelsea's second half. Well, it's agonising, it's anguishing, and it looks as though it's going to be a serious defeat and setback for Chelsea. 5 long years since they've beaten Arsenal, unless there's true drama in stoppage time here. Another Chelsea corner. Never mind beating Arsenal, they would more than happily settle for drawing with them at this moment. Everyone forward now, bar the goalkeeper Sullivan. Lehmann, the other goalkeeper, comes out and makes the kind of catch that had Sullivan achieved it in the first half from a similar situation, Chelsea might not be facing defeat. Just under 42,000 people here today. It is in fact the second highest attendance of the season for Ranieri's team at Stamford Bridge. Only the match against Manchester United was watched by more people inside this stadium. Arsenal edging their way to a very significant victory indeed. One that will take them, remember, 9 points ahead of Chelsea in the league table. Sullivan knows that, and he knows how little time is remaining as he launches the ball as far as he can upfield, but Campbell comes to win it back for Arsenal. Grønkjær. Here's Melchiot. Pushing the back by Eiður was a little unnecessary. It's given Chelsea the opportunity to get the ball into the Arsenal penalty box again. Well, Makélélé opts for the early free kick to Bridge. He was under pressure straight away from Gilberto. Lost him cleverly. Now the ball into the box, and Hasselbaink just got there a little bit too late. As Lehmann, who's played really well today, came out and intercepted. Now Thierry Henry. And attempt Melchiot into a challenge. And he's lost to him. And won the throw. That was all he wanted. He was more than happy with that. It's the Arsenal fans. I can hear it all around me at Stamford Bridge now, and indeed there's a lot of empty seats amongst the Chelsea fans. Many of their supporters already heading for the exits. And a very disappointing day and a very disappointing week for them, which started with a setback, an elimination from the FA Cup against Arsenal, and looks as though it's going to finish with defeat against the same opposition in the league. Here's Bridge. There is no way through this strong red wall of Arsenal players. And it's all over at Stamford Bridge. A very significant victory.